guys, if anyone's on the chat, I can't see it. And the chat indicator never works. So, plus I gotta get to school. famous 3-lane bridge crossing. Whoever came up with this shit, I don't know. I gotta wear glasses when I drive. Come on, lady. Go, go. Go, 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 go. Come on. There you go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, and then you go. That means go. Lights. It'd help if I had some patience, really. Oh boy. Let's hope the bridge isn't. Oh fuck! I got a cop. Great. Good. Look at this. This is a 3-lane bridge, guys. This is what happens every day. We only got one lane, that's why. It's a zipper. It's easy if you do the zipper. Most people don't though. They don't. A lot of people just try to butt in line and then it fucks it up for everybody else. Guys, easy peasy. There we go. Butter. Like butter. if anyone's chatting on here. I can't see it, so sorry. But if you're not, that's fine. This is my go-to riff. It's my go-to riff. Right there. Gotta have guitars in my songs too. Yeah, she did there, Starling. Sorry about that. I had the chat off. I didn't even know. I thought nobody was talking. Yeah, she got her license, dude. Fuck, she almost wanted to go out and buy a new fucking car the other day, man. Holy fuck. I'm like, slow down there, girl. Because this probably won't. We've got to go to. Oh, you fucking little prick! We've got to go to. What is it? Tootsnauseman. Look at this guy. That's where her family's from, the reserve in Manitoba, and it's going to be a long drive. This won't make it, and plus we've got the kids and her sister and her sister's husband, so that's 6 of us. So it's gonna be a fun trip. I'll take you. Brad's got a drone, so I'll be able to do some of that kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I want to film a lot of it, so that's what I'm gonna be worrying about. And then I can let Lorraine drive. Oh, look, we got a fucking pig in front of us. I mean, a police officer. Ossifers. Yeah, the little lady got her license. Fucking finally. And you know, it took us like 3 times or something, because the first time we went, we borrowed my dad's car. And it, for whatever reason, the window didn't open, or it was the right window didn't open properly, so Buddy wouldn't accept the car. The second time, what was it? I don't know. And then the third time, and then another time we went and she booked her license, like the test. And then John wanted her to book it at another time because Jake was taking his license at the same time. So she did that and then forgot her wallet. So there was that. And we didn't have a proper truck. John was like, oh, we'll use the company truck. Well, it's not necessary. I mean, my van is in better shape than the company truck, for Christ's sake. So that didn't go. And then finally, we went for dinner to my family, to my dad's house, and my dad and stepmom, and kind of cornered my dad into letting us use his van. And he's never let me drive it ever, ever. And he's like, well, why don't you rent a car? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. It's a fucking van. Come on, let me fucking use the van. Fuck. He's like, all right. And then so Lorraine and my stepdad, Lorraine and June worked on him for a little bit and they got it out of him. So she took the test in Dad's van and passed. Yeah. So that's wicked. And I've been letting her drive a lot. Because sometimes just like, I don't know, I can edit my videos and that while she's driving instead of, because I'm always bitching about how much there's not enough time in the day to do stuff. Right? So, and then I can get some film and stuff while she's driving, so that's good. She always gives me shit for trying to film shit while I drive. And so I won't be doing that. I'll be letting her drive and then I can film. So we're on Richard Street, which is sort of a famous street here in Vancouver. But if you look, okay, well, geez, I went past Granville. But the old Granville buildings, those are some of the where the bank is. They've got the old, they've got the gargoyles on them, and they're that, it looks like they're that old Portland cement kind of cement that they used way back in the day before the mud floods. See, my theory, I got a theory about, you know, when they rediscovered America. I honestly think that a lot of these buildings and that were here. I don't think Native Americans were simply running around on horses and stuff. I think they were in cities, and I think they were a lot more civilized than what people give them credit for. But when you take a whole generation of people, a whole race of people, and you put them in Catholic residential schools and completely rape the history right out of them, I mean, fuck. You're not going to remember anything, or you're not even going to want to remember. Because a lot of these buildings, man, there's no way they put them up as per our historic narrative. We were here in horse and buggies, and they're putting up these huge buildings. It doesn't, and the population of people that were here at the time too. It doesn't make sense what they tell us. I think the history was a lot different, and yeah, I think the Native American communities were a lot more civilized than what they get credit for. Even what their own chiefs and own elders think that they are. I think they were way more civilized than that. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, dude. Like, you know, so there were, it's like there were root races and root sort of families that set their seeds. And then there was the whole Tartarian thing, is whatever you call it, Tartaria, but that same civilization, or you know, tribes of people, they came over the land bridge and through the north. Like, North America was connected a little better, and they did have good shipping, and they also had air balloons. Like, how do you think the Nazca lines got made? You couldn't do that from land. You had to be up on you know, up above to do that stuff. So I really do think even the elders and chiefs of a lot of this stuff don't even really know their history. I might be being a little presumptuous, but I think they had a lot more knowledge and a lot more civilization. I don't think they were just, because they portrayed Native Americans like they were cavemen almost, and that's such bullshit. And okay, I can see, and that's probably when it was a little more primitive. That was probably after the mud flood, but before then, they were quite civilized, and I'm pretty much sure of it. But it was the mud flood, and then that wipes out half the fucking half the race of people, or half the population, and the technology. So then you have to restart over. You have to start over. So that's what I think happened, and I think that's as far back as they wrote. And also, then the legends say, oh, we came out of caves and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, you're coming out of the caves and your hiding spots from when the fucking cataclysms happened, because there was some really hardcore shit, especially 1812. I think the War of 1812 was more a fucking natural disaster of 1812. But again, what do I know? I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't know anything. So yeah, but how you doing, Starling? Thanks for popping in the drive stream, buddy. I like doing this. It just kind of shows the difference between, you know, the way people live and in a city even. Because I come from these multi-million-dollar houses where 2 people live in this huge square foot space, you know, immaculately done. They bring in cleaners, they bring in people for their yard, they bring in people to paint, they bring in people to do everything. And they just kind of knock around in the house. And then you come down here and there's people fucking tents on the streets and shit. And half the buildings are being torn down, the other half are being built. It's a weird fucking, it's just different. I find it interesting. So if you look at this building, or I guess we're passing the Canadian Pacific Railway thing. I'll just show it to you. It's over there. That's one of the buildings. It's got giant ceilings in it. The windows are all 10, 15 feet each window, or 10 feet. You know, it's very, I don't know. That's one of those old architectural buildings, and I think it was here. Here's a better picture of it. There you go. The central, that's the train station. But you see the pillars and then the way the cement is. I think that cement is Portland cement. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is. Fuck, I need to get something to eat. Damn it, I'm late. Fuck it. So my school is just up around the corner here. My school is fucking wicked, dude. It's in a big longhouse. It's totally cool. Yeah, it's crazy, man. They have one of these 15-minute work and live type buildings just over here. I think they're building it or whatever, but the advertising was something like that. Jeez. I love this summer, man. The summer is so nice. Especially the summer in Vancouver. Summer in Vancouver, dude, is just, it's hard to drive. It's hard to drive here when it's summer. We get rain for 6-7 months out of the year, but when the sun breaks, it's nice. We live in the city is fucking cool for that. But they're putting up all these kind of buildings here, like this orange and green one. And they charge just incredible prices for them. And unless you're in with BC Housing, which got, you know, both Lorraine and I had a chance to go to BC Housing. And because of the location of the place, we decided it wasn't in our best interest, but the rent would have been, we could have gotten each a place that was about maybe just smaller than what we have now. Each had one, and paid half what we're paying. But it was right on Hastings Street, and I didn't want to live there. It's too close to sometimes, you know, if you're in a bad mood, it's easy to make bad decisions, and if you're right fucking there, it's really easy to make bad decisions. So I thought it would be better not to, and she agreed with me. So we pay a little more, and we're in North Van, but it is a lot. Just the area is a lot nicer, that's for sure. But it is kind of, I mean, it's close to our work, but it's far from school. So half a dozen of one, 10 of the other. Shit, I can park in here today. I like to park in here, and then I don't have to fucking. Oh yes, I do have. Alright, dude, thanks. I gotta get to school. And thank you very much for checking out my stream.